All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Carolyn, and I'm Emily's Matron of Honor. And despite how old that title might make me feel, Emily and I are actually the same age. We met at Ball State University, where we both went through recruitment together, and we ended up in the same sorority, AO Pi, which also, yes, as you can hear, that happens to be the same sorority that Emily's lovely sister Chelsea is a part of, and her mom, Deborah Jean. And we have several AOPIs in the room, as you may have heard. So when contemplating what I would, say about Emily and Joe today, I'm sure that everyone in this room shares this thought that there's a lot to say, many fun stories, fond memories. So I decided to focus in on the three qualities that I first realized that Emily and Joe share. And these three qualities happen to be that they are both excellent cooks, they're both competitive, and they're both badasses. So I'll start with Emily and how I found out these things about her. So I found out that Emily is a wonderful cook. If you have ever had her shrimp scampi or her buttered steak, you know what I'm talking about. But in college, late night dinners that she would make us, excellent way for fast friends, right? So she was an excellent cook. I also realized quickly that Emily is competitive, all right? And you guys probably know this as well if you've ever been a part of her Super Mario or Resistance battles. And yes, they are battles, right? To the death. Emily is very compassionate about winning and strategizing and everything. But honestly, I loved this quality about Emily because she livened up the entire room, made everyone roped into the game, and we had these fond experiences together because of that quality for her. And the third thing, Emily's a badass. All right, and there's a lot of stories that I could share about this, but I'm deciding to focus in on my favorite one. So, quickly. Four of us girls lived in a tiny house, and there was a spider, a huge spider that plagued our front porch, and we named him Fred. Now, every day that we would go in and out of the house, we would sprint and lock the door really quickly and run out. Well, one night, we were going out on the town, and all of us other girls, we ran. And Emily was the last one, so she had to quickly fumble with her keys and lock the door. And she turns around, and we're like, Emily, come on, from the street. And she goes, you know what? No, today's the day. And she takes out her pink pepper spray that Deborah Jean got her, and she pepper sprays Fred in its face, eyes area. And we watch in amazement as she's doing, we're like, what? Oh. And the thing is, though, that she also watched in amazement at what she did. She pepper sprayed herself in the face. So she panics, whips out her keys, and is trying to unlock the door, and she sprints upstairs, and we're like, oh my gosh. And so we're running too, we go up, and we find her in the bathroom, and she's just splashing water on her face, but she is laughing, just dying laughing. And we're like, Emily, it's okay, we don't have to go out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you did this. And she was like, no, it's all good. She wipes off her face, puts on some mascara, and she's like, I'm ready. Badass, right? So obviously I love these three qualities about Emily among many other things. And whenever she brings Joe around, I'm like, okay, are they gonna be a good fit? Let me look for some of the similarities, maybe see if I find them. Well, I learned that Joe was an excellent cook. Whenever he grilled out, he is an excellent grill master, yes, for us, so that was great, check. I also realized that he was competitive when very early on in their relationship, we had a group of friends get together for a mock Olympics game event. Joe knew nobody, all right? And so he comes, and as soon as he learns the premise of the games, though, he's in it, all right? And he is ready to go, and what I loved was that watching the two of them kind of dish it out and then take it and then fire back because they weren't on the same team. And it was just really cool because they were laughing and bonding with one another, and we also got to see that, that competitive spirit they both share. And obviously we all love their engagement story with their euchre tournaments. So, check, he's competitive. Third thing took a little while to see, right? However, my favorite Joe story, I did in fact realize that he is a badass when, about a year and a half ago, we were celebrating Emily's birthday, and we went to a winery, okay? And we got a couple drinks, okay? We're going out to the car, we're doing hugs, saying goodbye. I look over into my front seat of my car, and I realize I locked my keys inside my car. And I was panicking. I looked to my husband, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? This is going to be so expensive, and we're going to have to wait, and it's going to be so long. And then Joe is like, oh no, I got this. And we're like, what? And we watch as he stoops down, and he unties his shoelace. We're like, what is he doing? And he stands up, and he ties a loop in this shoelace. And we're still like, what are you doing? And he meets our bewildered gaze with basically just going, I saw a YouTube video. And we all pour around the car, and we watch as he just ever so slightly shimmies this lace behind the door and behind the glass, and we're almost watching him like he's a surgeon, right? And he's like doing this. And then he he gets the loop to lasso around the lock, pulls tight, lifts it up, voila, lock is off, a badass, right? Yes. Joe saved the day. So I was like, wow, I really like this guy. You know what? He might just be her other half, right? He might just be. And then, of course, they showed up to a Halloween party as peanut butter and jelly, and I was like, okay, well, clearly they are each other's other half, right? They go together so well. And even just those three qualities that I shared today, they have those in common, yes, and other pillars of their relationship. However, they have differences that help to balance one another out, and it just makes their love story so beautiful to watch and interact with. And obviously, we're all here today because we love the both of you, and we love watching your love story and being a part of it. So we're thrilled. I think I can say for everybody in this room, we're thrilled to see where your love takes you, and we're glad to be along the ride however we can. So let's raise a glass to Emily and Joe and their love story. Congratulations, you guys.